Yes, there is a cruising tradition that is causing some controversy in 2024. For some reason, this cruise tradition is upsetting some cruise passengers. Their reasons might surprise you. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, who ever thought that cruise tux could be so controversial? But we do have one cruise line that has actually banned them. I will share that with you. And as well, there are some rumors of others. But beyond that, we have some cruise passengers that say they've had enough, and their reasons might genuinely surprise you. Now, I'm going to share these stories with you. I swear you cannot make this stuff up. I do want to actually hear from you. Are their concerns justified? Please let me know at the end of the video. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Okay, first things first, which cruise line has banned cruise ducks? Now, this happened seemingly in January of 2024, where Disney Cruise Line is basically discouraging the practice of hiding ducks. Now, if you haven't heard much about cruise ducks, basically cruise ducks is a game of hide and seek of sorts, of some guests bringing on ducks and hiding them, and other guests looking for them and finding them. It really is just a little bit of a game. It started back in 2018. I'm going to leave a video at the end of this one that explains everything that you need to know about cruising ducks, but that is basically cruise ducks in a nutshell. Now, according to Travel Pulse, who has a statement from a Disney Cruise Line representative, Disney does not actually prohibit the practice, but it is discouraged. According to our policy, guests are allowed to bring rubber ducks on board. However, it's important to note that pool toys, including rubber ducks, are not permitted to be used in the pool. Additionally, we kindly request that guests are not allowed to hide items such as rubber ducks in public areas and staterooms. Now, sometimes when one cruise line does something, other cruise lines follow suit. And of course, cruise ducks are not only popular on Disney, but they are very popular on the fun ships, including Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Well, those cruise lines have spoken out, in particular Carnival, and they've said they are not changing any of the rules. They are absolutely fine with cruise ducks. However, some cruise passengers have spoken out about the things that upset them about cruise ducks, and some of these are going to surprise you. I actually saw one of them happen on a cruise ship that I was sailing on. Okay, let's go through these 3 passenger stories. These are all from John Heald's Facebook page, Carnival's ambassador. Now, I've been tracking these for a couple of weeks now. The first one does deal with the rumors. Well done, Disney Cruises, for banning the hiding of these infernal and disease-riddled rubber ducks. I'm a parent. I do not want to have to deal with a load of ducks to take home, so I just left them in the cabin or in the trash. I can totally understand that decision by Disney. The VIP Facebook page says Carnival is announcing the same. Good, I say, and this is echoed, I betcha, by most everyone else. Now, John Heald did respond, I am surprised that the beards at Disney have banned the ducks. I didn't know that. I am wondering if Donald had something to do with that. Donald Duck, I think. Now, honestly, you cannot make this stuff up. Look, they are a brilliant cruise line and they have their own rules, but as so many have been asking me, I thought it's best to respond here. The answer is no. We are not banning the hiding of ducks. I know this is not for everyone, but I also know that these are not disease-riddled, and I know it gives so many people joy, so why would we stop the spreading of joy? Now, personally, I think that that was a great answer, and I'm also thinking, oh my goodness, Mom, you left all of those ducks in the cabin. You're going to get home, and your child is going to be very upset, but of course, that's just me. Please let me know what you think. Is Carnival right to allow people to keep hiding ducks? Please let me know yes or no down in the comments below. Okay, now on to the more serious one, if you will. And let me know what you think of this. I did see this happening on a cruise that I was on, and I actually really do have some thoughts on this. So why are staff allowed to take ducks that guests hide for other guests? I don't care either way, but it is discouraging when you're spending your money to hide and guests know it, because you're telling guests on Facebook posts that you are hiding them. I know a lot of guests coming off the breeze this week weren't happy that they didn't find any ducks. Now, I told you, you cannot make this stuff up. Now, John Heald's response, I admit I do enjoy his humor. Oh, for duck's sake, I never thought I would be writing so many times about ducks. Anyway, I think this is an interesting point, and I can understand in some regard what Kay is saying, and I don't think it's one I've ever heard of before. I have. We have no protocols in place, but if you think we should tell all the crew, do not touch the ducks and do not take them for yourself, well, that's an easy thing for us to do. Thoughts, please? Now, I have seen this happen more than once on a cruise ship, but in particular, I was on a Norwegian cruise about a year ago, and I was speaking to one of the crew members that told me that they love to find those ducks, and they do try to take one or two if they find them, because at the end of their contract, they will bring these home to their children, and they really do get enjoyment out of finding them. Sometimes they even have little contests with other crew members on board, and personally, I thought this was a perfectly nice thing. So what did people have to say to John Heald's question? Well, a lot of people agreed with this one. We hide ducks to bring someone else joy. It doesn't matter who that joy was brought to, crew or passenger. If a crew member finds one of our ducks and it makes them smile, it's enough for me. Now, something to remember is when you are playing that game of hiding and finding ducks, this is just a lighthearted game. It is not actually organized by Carnival or any cruise line. It's completely voluntary, and I do think that people should go on a cruise, not expect to find ducks. If they do enjoy playing the game, that's absolutely fine. But I have to admit, I don't think people should be taking it that seriously. I hope I'm not wrong by saying that, but please let me know your own thoughts in the comments below. Which brings me to story number 3, using cruise ducks to solicit your business. Perplexed and angered with your answer, why can't we put business cards on the ducks that we hide on every cruise? Now, there's some detail to this, but basically he goes on to say, where's the harm in this? Why does every cruise line but yours allow us to give the gift of laughter with the ducks we hide and get no return for doing this? Now, John Heald did respond to this, and in addition to other things, he said, to be honest, I don't know if we really have time to police this, and we don't. The reason I said no is because we don't allow any solicitation of any sort on board and isn't attaching your business card to a duck solicitation. Now, keeping in mind that Carnival doesn't actually make the rules to the cruising ducks game, but I can understand that they do not, and nobody really wants solicitations all over their cruise ships. Now, what somebody had to say is, well, there's no real harm. It does change, in my opinion, their reason for hiding the ducks. Instead of just wanting to share the fun, they're advertising, and I'm not sure that I agree with that. Now, I know there are much more serious things in the news that we could talk about, but I did think that this was a very interesting topic. Now, I'd love to know what you think of these stories, but as well, let me know what you think of cruise ducks. Are you somebody who participates in the cruise ducks game in any way? Are you indifferent, or do you really not like them? Please let me know down in the comments below. I am going to leave a video all about cruising ducks in case you need more information after this video. Now, I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.